Hello, comrades. It's Premier River, and I am back again at Nueve Rivergrad. Not much has changed. I think we spent some time paused, and then we had our crash and burn if you watched the last episode. So I just came in here and reassigned some things, and I did sort of figure out, I think, what was going on with our power, which was sort of twofold. We got a bit of an electrical grid, and when we come all the way over to here, I didn't have this attached. So then I reattached the power, but it was still having issues. Like we were like California with like rolling brownouts kind of thing. So what I had to do, and this might affect us more than you think, one of our bigger exports was power. Now I'm not sure exactly, I think it was like a game balancing thing that might have straightened itself out, but I cut this down from 80% to 50%. So hopefully we'll have a bit more power everywhere that we need it. Now, I hope that doesn't cost us too much. I don't, we'll just have to keep an eye on our money. It's been pretty steady. It's been pretty nice. So other than that, let's just go back up here towards our car thing and just show you there really hasn't been too much progress. There was that one train jam that I straightened out at the end of the last episode since the crash. And how are we doing here? We're getting awful close. Good. Nobody working on it, but I'm sure they'll get there when they get there, right? So we're paving that road and we're getting into here. And this has been going relatively smoothly. See the trains going back and forth. So as far as over here goes, I didn't do anything with electrifying these rails over here, but also we didn't have any gravel. So construction here kind of ground to a halt. So that's probably the biggest thing I did in between the episodes was over here in Camine, wherever that is I got most of this electrical rail done. As a matter of fact, they got this little piece and then they have to do here. And I also decided to cut down on the amount of steel that's in here. So what I think I want to do is just come over here and hit like plus a bunch on the wood. Right, let me go back up on this one a little bit. Yeah, that's well, we don't even need that much. So as far as the boards go. So we have a boards truck that will drop off here as soon as we start using some steel. Now, I have a bit of a strategy once we do get, like getting these done really needs to be done from over here. Let's make sure they're still assigned. Yeah, somebody's still assigned over here. The electrical components were a bit of an issue, but I think we should have a train coming here, and I could probably even, I hope, get away with assigning that one as well. So what we'll do is there's 4 mechanisms here. We'll move these guys over. But before I even do, well, we'll let time play and we'll do our thing, is while I was sort of waiting for this to get done, it's kind of nice spending some time back in this neighborhood. This is what I haven't committed to any of this stuff since the last episode, so we can see it. I was really thinking more about this corridor and what's going to go where, right? Like, for example, the prefab panels and the gravel, for the most part, I consider part of the normal supply route where we're going to, that's like a construction material / food and stuff the people need, which is going to be on this inner loop, right? And then all of our supplies are going to be on this loop. So steel, for example, is kind of both, right? So in this case, what I think we can do, and let's see if we can line it up kind of nice. We'll turn on our wireframe. Like steel could come into this way. Let's just run this straighter, a little bit closer. There's going to be a bit of a leveling issue, so let's not go too close just yet. All right, so when we come in here, you can level with the railroad tracks too, but there we go. Bet you that'll get it to, no, you don't like that? How about that? Game is finicky sometimes. All right, so what we could probably do is come, nice sweeping turn, but just, we're going to have a steel train coming out of here. Now we might even end up one year getting rid of getting rid of that steel mill, right? But at least in the meantime, we would have... Nope. Why would you do that? There we go. We would have the possibility. Now, I should probably put in a couple signals here, right? Regular signal out. Now, some of this stuff, when it comes to these particular things, I would... All right, sorry, let me focus on this because it's taking up too much of my brain power, like the lunar lander can only think of so many times, so many things at once. There we go. So like we can get steel into here now, right? And you know, that would come from here. So that'll be a nice little short trip, and then maybe that's the way they just get out into the steel thing, right? So in other words, not steel thing, but that's how they get out into the loop that is the like supply loop here. And then this would be really the biggest thing I'm picturing this track being used for at this point is corn. Or I'm sorry, I always call it corn, but crops. Right here, let's turn off this wireframe. So in other words, but when you talk about things like that, you say, okay, well, fine, you're going to get crops in and out of there, but you don't, oops, there you go. We don't necessarily have to have the crops coming in and out of here, right? Like, there's no reason that the crops train couldn't come into here and go through, right? And then come back out. But there's also going to be vodka coming off of this where we would want to be able to get the vodka onto the supply loop, right? Alcohol, you know, at that point. So, you know, that there's another, like, in other words, we really would want to make this intersection here so that a train coming out of here could go back onto the corn loop. But then will we even need this if this is just a corn loop, right? Like, why not just bring the corn? If the corn was going to come in here, it would come in around this way and come back out. Or do we just make this the, quote, corn attachment, right? Where the trains would come in here, look, they can crisscross, right? They would drop off whatever crops they wanted to and then just go back out the other way and really just make this obsolete at that point, right? So in other words, does that make sense? So, and then just have this one where it would attach to the supply where the vodka could go in and out. So now, right, this one I don't want to work on. And so that's what I think I want to do, in other words. Might make it a little bit more awkward for the corn, but it means that we can just sort of build a bridge right here and attach this guy right up, right? I hope that makes sense. But what that also means for me is that this track really probably needs to be redone like over here. And then we need to try to make sure we get a bridge past there. Does that make sense? And it doesn't bother me because if you look, we got plenty of room over here if we were to build a bridge. So I hope all that makes sense. Now, so I'm going to plan on doing that. If I do that off camera one day, don't be too upset. Now, there's another thing that I would like to do with all of this is that at some point we're going to have moose cow over here, right? So now moose cow will get its regular construction and all these supplies from over here. And then it will have to have tracks coming in and out in the same way where the meat will be the only thing that joins up with the supply track. So I'd like to consider what we do with that as well, right? Now here, because we're getting our steel off of here, there shouldn't be, well, there's the oil and whatnot, but that can also go in through this way, right? So any of the other stuff, we really want a bridge right here. So that was a lot of talking, my style, right? For saying that I want a bridge right here. So I'm wondering if we can't come by and delete some of this track here and see if we can't, by some miracle, build a bridge over what we already have, right? So if we come here, come there, and we're going to have to take it back quite a bit. If we can't, we might need to move it a little bit. Oops. Yeah, that's a good start. So let's see if we can't get a railroad bridge that would jump over this, like I said, by some more or less minor miracle. All right, so let's go 1, 2, 3. Seems to be a nice, yeah, I don't think that's going to work. Oh, did you see that? How does that look for... Oh my gosh, it's almost straight too. All right, well, I really didn't plan that. I mean, I planned it, but I didn't plan it. I really was pretty skeptical there, if you couldn't tell from the tone of my voice. All right, so now, can we... No, you don't want to do it that way, do you? What? There we go. I think that's... Yeah, I think I got it. Ah, really? Really? Yeah, well, I guess that sort of makes sense, doesn't it? All right, can we go... No, you're not going to like... No, don't do that. Yeah, at times when you go through these... The problem is they're not quite the same exact distance. Yeah. No, don't do that. Other infrastructure's in the way. Yeah, see, that's... I was just a little bit too excited, wasn't I? Well, let's see. Can we do another... Yeah, the problem is I'm going to have to destroy these tracks. That's the problem. And then this, we could duplicate this bridge, and I would just have to bring this out a little bit different. Are we prepared to do that? Yeah, I think I am, because they can go out the other way, potentially. It might not be real pretty. Now, let's just pause it so we, well, let's go, so let that train get off there, just so we don't, while we're in the middle of it, the trains can not come and attack us, block our ability to delete things. Yeah, so let's let's delete this one. And then see, can we get this guy? No. Okay, we'll delete the other one too. What? Now that really doesn't quite look right to me, does it? I guess it is. Forgot I even built this one. All right, so let's delete some more of this, which is just planned out anyway. Yeah, you know what? We're going to delete it all the way back to here, because I think that makes sense. And then come to, like, say, here. All right, and then will this attach up and look half decent? Yes. All right, so now we need to get, yeah, see, that's not the same. These, yeah, let's get rid of, that's not the one I wanted to get rid of. Let's get rid of that one. Can we just, we should be able to just reattach this one. Yes, so now you, might not like that. Yeah, I just want to delete this back just to make sure that is actually going to attach. Yeah, see now they have identical pillars. I'm not quite sure what happened there, but if we come here, no, how about here? You know what, can we come from like here? Yeah, that's going to be pretty awkward. Let's go. Like that. And this guy. A little bit too awkward there. Yeah, let's see. Can we get a... No, don't do that. Yeah, then the only other thing is let's just electrify these because I hate when... Yeah. That'll be... Yeah, so it seems like we'll have to get rid of this a little bit more too. Yeah, a little bit more, just to make it look nice. That should be good. All right, so let's come up to what? You're kidding me, right? How is that too close to the end of the road, you know? Or is it because it's... All right, let's delete the road, which might not be a bad idea anyway, like just because maybe we should put a bridge over this now that we're fancifying. All right, and then like that, and then yeah, we need to get rid of this. That might reattach. No. Yeah, we'll just redo it. Let's get rid of the signals. And then this guy needs to... Good. Yeah, this should be fine. No. There you go. Right. Yeah, and then I guess we should... Well, yeah, we should put a bridge over that, I think. So let's... That's road bridge. Yeah, so that means... Yeah, but we'll work on that in a second here. All right, so we want... I'm just going to stick with the prefab bridges. Go up 3. You know what? I want to go a little bit longer. I think that's pretty straight. Yes. So let's get rid of some more of this. There. Yeah, I think that'll work. Now, while we have it paused, another thing I was thinking of is when we go to do moose cow, right? Which this is a nice big area for doing moose cow, is we probably want another bridge that can go over these tracks, right? Plus we haven't reconnected our power supply here. So that's sort of an issue as well. So let's just see. You know what? Let's try to bring the bridge. Yeah, I really want to go from this way, but then what I'm afraid of is that I'm not going to be able to make it over this one too logically. But let's just see what happens. Yeah, we don't want to hit that. Yeah, we want to go like this way. Now, just for the sake of like an extra thing, can I just... Right? I don't think that's particularly straight. Maybe that is. Yeah, not too bad. good enough anyway. And then let's go back down. Yeah, not the straightest one I ever did, but and then we would have like a regular paved road coming off of here, and then we could do our fancy harsh turn. Right, hook this guy back up. And then this hopefully will attach to there. Yes. All right, so now we'll have a bridge that when we do go to build Moose Cow, we will, well, we'll have a bridge. And then we'll have to talk about how we get, you know, again, corn will come in and out of here, but then we'll have to have some way, but we can worry about that in the future, right? Like maybe one day we'll even be able to get rid of this diesel thing here, but we'll have to have like a bridge on this so that the supplies can come out. But who knows? We might get rid of this depot, and that's a whole nother construction project here. Let's start playing time, right? Now that we're playing time, I am going to commit to the roads that we got here. Oops. I am going to build a temporary gravel road. What are you doing? Why won't you attach? No, because they can't come off the road here. All right, so any trucks coming there can get around our little construction project. Let's get over to our railroads, and we'll just have to commit to all of those, even though you guys won't be able to see all our fancy planning as well. As well, oops, commit to those too. Like down here, I did, you know, but I want to commit to this. Yeah, good. So now these guys, well, yeah, these guys can get to working on this bridge. Hopefully. Yeah, I guess it's better to, you can start on both ends. Good. Yeah, it seems like a lot of work for what we accomplished, but you know, I think it's going to really help keep, you know, like the supplies flowing better. And then if we have a bunch of other trains on this one, it just sort of, you know, cut down on a lot of the traffic. All right, so now I think we should continue with this. Maybe we should go poke our heads around and just make sure everybody's happy and busy, right? So if we come over to here, yep, I see that guy's still moving anyway. Now, do we have two assigned there? No, we only have one. That's right. Yeah, you can work on that. It might be a little awkward. No, he's going up onto the, good. That's perfect. I don't think they'll interfere with too much with each other right now, because we gave the one guy a head start. I wanted to deal with this as a possibility, so I cut that other guy off from this track here. All right, so let's make sure these guys are working as much as they can. Yeah, we're still struggling with workers over here, huh? Well, we know that it's going to be a problem. I hope it's not a, well, we should have them right here. It shouldn't be a major problem, but we'll see. So this guy still has two things to work on. Yeah, this guy's not working on anything. He's our paving crew, mostly. Yeah, we need to get this bridge built and that bridge built. Well, you know what? I don't know how well you're going to work on a bridge, but you might as well be doing something, right? Now, how about these? These guys are working on the bridge, I think. Yep. So, yeah, and you are, yeah, you're over there working on something, so good. Now, these guys have been just plugging away at anything and something over here. Mostly I've been getting them to do, yeah, like the stuff like this, because our steel has been holding its own, right? Yeah, that's going to be a lot of steel there. Yeah, well, How is our steel doing? Yeah, see, we've been holding our own since we put in that other plan. I haven't been going nuts with the construction, but now this guy should have 3. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get more than that until I do the electrical track. And this guy's working on the school. I don't want to slow down this construction for having run out of steel, right? Here, good. We got some more roads done, so this guy can get some more roads going over here. Yep, we can attach to this one. Yeah, you can work on that one. Yeah, this should be like one project there. Same thing with this. So let's just let them finish this road and this road. Then we'll worry about these. And they're doing that and that. Good. And yeah, we'll worry about that little road. Yeah, so we still can't work on many of the buildings, but that's fine. Now this over here, these guys should have 2. Nope. No, they don't. All right, so that means they finished up. Yep, this guy finished. Oh, no, he didn't finish. Oh, he did the loop back thing. All right, so he can actually, yeah, he'll have that loop kind of done. And then this other guy was working on the passenger stuff, so he should be able to get around to here, and that will be our passenger loop done. And then the other, this is a double loop. So I may need to build a way, at least, well, we need to build a way for trains to get in here anyhow, in and out, right? Yeah, so let's do that. Where's going to be the best place? Yeah, let's just do it right, well, let's see, not right there. So the train would be coming in. I think this is a temporary one right here. So the trains are going to be going around this loop here. Right? Yes. So they can come in the same way this guy's constructing. So if they're coming in, I don't want to interfere with the 2 loops too much, right? Like, because if one train's on one loop, but we'll have to get, let's just say we get train in there, right? Now the problem is they're gonna have to be able to get back out. Is that too tight? Yeah, I thought it would be. Are we allowed to do this? All right, so now any train that's coming in and out or in and out here can get onto those 2. Now we might have to, yeah, talk about that as being an issue, but there we go. So let's commit to that. So now these guys can get in here and start working on this loop. And matter of fact, this guy, we can, well, that's right. I don't want to over jam things and complicate them too much. So anyway, yeah, there we go. So we can start working on this other loop at some point. Let's put another, oh, we got a signal. Good. So we can, I should be able to send a train in either direction here, right, to get the work done. Especially if I put a signal right here. Probably could put one here, 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 here. There you go. That should be enough signals for construction purposes. Cool. Now what are you doing? Yeah, you're still working on some conveyors. At least you're not out of materials yet. Yeah, I'll come over here and like look around when we're not on camera, but I think we're in awful good shape, you know? I mean, I just might have to go through it with a fine-tooth comb. Either that or we're just going to find out when we go to fire it up. But yeah, we could actually run it now, other than it would cause problems, but I think we just need to get this other loop done and whatever little tiny niggling things that I have left. Good. All right. Well, that's done. Now, another thing. Oh, okay. What do we got going on here? I didn't really think about the food problem, did I? Yeah. Well, we were going to come back over here. So you can't get the Gatewaylov. You can't, oh yeah, you can't get there because you can't come in this way, can you? No, we just need to get, yeah, this is going to be a mess. So you're not done. Why are we not working on, is there a reason that this guy, prefab panels? Well, you know what we're going to do? We're not holding up the entire circus because you don't have prefab panels. Right, so we're just going to buy ourselves some prefab panels so we can get that done, because it's sort of like we're holding up the circus. Now, did you really come out of there with like almost nothing? You know what, cancel you, cancel you. It doesn't look like he had any supplies on him. All right, so you are going to come up. Yeah, you know what, finish off this one. Right, now do you look like you have supplies? Yes, that's what we like to see. Now, do we have electrical components in there? Yes. All right, so now let's get the next train to come out to go to this one. So hopefully they don't conflict with each other too much and we can get that done. And then we can get them up here and start getting this built before we have food catastrophes. Yeah. And it would be nice before we open this back up to electrify it, right? I guess we need to get them on. You know what? Is there any reason? Yes, because that's really not. I'm really using the heck out of that track, and I don't want them running all the way up there. Yeah, but I need them to get all the way up there, don't I? See, what I'm thinking of is now that we have this being built, you know what we could do? It might even be better. Nah, there's no train construction down here. This guy would have a similar problem if we tried to send this guy all the way down. I guess the thing... Yeah, I'm just trying to think what's the best way to do this without causing too many problems. It's almost like I need a crisscross here if I want to send these guys. Yeah, and I think that's what we'll do. And I think I'm just going to like purchase it with alien purchasing powers. Right. I don't think I have any other track that I've laid down that I'm going to accidentally purchase. Why is that 91,000? Yeah, let's use some dollars. I think we just built those two. So now let's, what I need to do is get chain signal here, going in, regular signal coming back out, and then let's hope that doesn't cause too many issues. Let's get this guy, where is it? Working on these two, hopefully. Now, once he gets off of this track a little bit, then we can put a few more signals in, right? And just get it kind of working. Good. So there you go. All right. So as far as all of this goes, yeah, so we're not going to worry too much more about Moose Cow, but we got Moose Cow Bridge. And then, yeah, nothing going on over here is going to stop us from... Yeah, nothing going over here needs to go anywhere but here. So let's just keep doing this for a second. And I need to just take a break for a minute, just for personal reasons, and then I will be right back. Okay, back again. So let me take a look at this, and that would be good because we can keep a close eye on what they're doing right over here, right? So here's what I'm thinking. I really don't like the way this is, so I want to delete this a little bit. And the reason I don't like it so much is because I don't want it to, let's delete back to there. I don't want them coming in and not having enough room to kind of like stage some trains in here, right? Because that'll jam up the whole work. So I think I'm going to make this the outgoing potentially. So let's come over here and yeah, they could come in on either track, right? And if they came in on either track, then we'd probably want enough room for like a crisscross. Oops. Can I? Yeah. So we would have a crisscross like here where they could get back out either way. Have to probably have something similar on the inside. So this would have to go, again, this is come back out. So they'll go over this way. Or they'll come back out and go. You gonna do it for me? Yep. Yeah, I don't. Okay, good. Yeah, there's enough room to put a signal here. So good. So that'll be like these guys' way of getting out. Now, I definitely want to leave some room, like I said, for the oil distribution and bitumen distribution, and also gravel. Like I thought about all of that. So even though they might come by and come all the way in, so I'm thinking that we'd have like a come in track over here somehow. But let's go ahead and put kind of like tucked a little bit around this one. Maybe we could put another train platform. All right, you know what? I want to turn on the wireframe so we can make things nice and straight looking. Right, like if I did something like this, let's just put that down. I don't think that's going to be where it goes finally. And then we'll get that guy turned. Is that guy nice and straightish? Yeah, that's a little bit too close, right? Yeah, let's go a little bit further. Just to give a little more room for the road, right? So let's go back and delete this guy. And then put it back up again. Need to level. Okay. Now, can we do another? Yeah, you know what? It's actually probably better to do them from here. Yeah, this guy would poke out this way. And this guy could go like this, but then this guy, I want to get a gravel road out, and then now we can't do a meat packing plant there for some reason. Not meat packing plant, but meat storage, right? So we want to get a meat storage, but I can't see because of that label. It's nice and small. Yeah, the meat storage would be kind of nice if it went the other way, wouldn't it? Yeah, let's get rid of this guy. After we did that, we probably could have put this closer. Now that I look at it, but that's okay. Like, in other words, if we were going to do the meat storage, which doesn't have many parking spaces, not that the other ones do either, but if we decided to, we might. All right, I think that's kind of straight. No, it probably wasn't that straight. You don't like that, do you? Why don't you like that so much? Leveling, let's see, can we level up? Some. Will that help you? No, not particularly. Well, you really are off, aren't you? Yeah, you know what? It seems to be that it's a lot, like, it's just amazing how it doesn't look that unlevel. I don't know if unlevel's a word, but yeah, can we get you? will you attach like that? Yes, good. Missed. All right, good. So we'll have a construction road. We can get in and out. Yeah, see, like these guys we could possibly put, if we decided we needed them, but we really haven't tended to need them too much. See, these have 2 parking spaces. These only have 1. So here's what I'm talking about. We might as well see about putting them in, even if we don't attach them, right? So if we were to put a... We don't want to block the regular road. Don't block the regular road. Now hopefully let's make sure all those could attach. Yeah, I don't think these roads, I don't know if they apply by the same leveling. All right, so that way if we wanted a bunch of trucks to come into here, we could get them in. And then we need to get, yeah, this is kind of awkward there, isn't it? Yeah, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna, let's demolish this. Let's do a little more leveling. Bring that up. And then we'll, once we get it pretty well leveled, we can get that building a lot closer. I'm going to do a little bit bigger area than we need so that I can do some road leveling right after that. No, what am I doing? Not that one. And I can't see again because of that sign in my way. Yeah, I want you to get as close as we think we can. Good. Yeah, that gets it a lot closer, right? So then what we can do, yeah, let's just level this up some. There we go. So now we should be able to get how about to about right there, and then yeah, we need to get that railroad track. It's going to be a long way around, isn't it? But I guess that's okay. Yeah, let's go like this. Yeah, that's... Yeah, let's get rid of this. We should probably go check on how people are doing out there in the real world, huh? Yeah, this guy will come off of here. Yeah, can you come out like that? Yeah, it's not ideal, but yeah, so now the question is, so we got this road. At some point, we're going to need a railroad track heading back out, right? And I think this could just be a single railroad track. Yeah, let's get this done, and then we'll go check on things. Right, in other words, yeah, is all of this, yeah, see, it's too tight, so I can't really get a long stretch in. And then this guy would have to do something similar to the other where he could go back out this way. Let's go a little bit closer. That looks like about 3.5, right? Will you make that turn? Yes. All right, so the trains, yeah, it's going to make these tracks very busy if trains are coming in and out that much, but then don't build it, and then we can do a little more level in there. All right, and then I thought I clicked it right. There we go. Yeah, so this needs to be deleted, and we're going to go check on things in a second here, I promise. All right, yeah, let's go make sure our... So are we done this? Yes. So let's go ahead and take two trains, or two cranes, and what are you guys working on? Yeah, you're not working on anything. You're not working on anything. So let's go ahead and send you guys to here. And then you, even though it's going to cause problems, yeah, we need to change these signals two-way, and I know that this is the problem. Every time we do construction in and out of here, this was like one of my nightmares. But until we get around this bend, we're just going to have to deal with it. But let's assign them to work on this and this. And then how are you guys doing? Yeah, you're getting around that turn. Are you causing problems? No. No, I guess you're. I don't see any jam ups where they would be. So yeah, I mean they're building track now. The only other thing is, do we bite the bullet and electrify that, or do we just wait? Yeah, I think we just wait. None of the rest of it's electrified. Yeah, and then that'll get that reattached at least. I don't know that there's anybody going that way anyhow. But at least that'll be done. Good. Are we done this? Yes. And you can work on this. And you might as well work on both. Good. Okay. Let's keep designing here. You know, the only other thing I'm really... Well, let's just go real quick and jump around. How are we doing here? Yes, we got this done. So you can work on that little section. And then you can help them. And there's our trains. Now our trains are having a problem. How do we avoid this? Are these chain signals here? No. Hopefully that'll stop some of that. Let's just free that guy up. And once he's away, we'll... Now the other thing we can do is once they get further in here, we can just send them to different things, right? Like one of them can come in here, and that'd make it a little bit maybe less likely to cause a problem. But there we go. Freed up another little mess. Oh, now what is your... Oh, because we cut you off. Yeah, that's not good. We don't want those gravel trains stopped. Well, we're working on it as fast as we can. Hopefully that's not a problem. Now, how's prefab panels doing over here? None. Yeah, so we're probably messing up prefab panels. I don't know where he is. Where is prefab panels, dude? Oh, come on. Here, stop someplace. So our oil train can't get back. So you know what? You're gonna go. This is the kind of thing where I ended up with all those other ones in the depot here. So you go back to the depot. Yeah, and our prefab panels guy. Yeah, I worry about that because we're purchasing panels, right? All right, good enough. Let's get some things designed before the episode ends. All right, so now we have all of this. So what I'm picturing is maybe another train comes in this way. Or the trains come in this way, right? So let's... Yeah, after this turn, we want just an innie off of each track. Maybe. Yeah, I guess we could do it on the turn a bit. Let's just see what this works out like, you know. Nice and big sweeping turn. Maybe, you know, I don't know if we could fit a whole train in there. So yeah, this would, let's stay like over here. Let's go almost till he's touching that guy, and then because this guy needs to come around and go into here, right? But what I'm thinking of is this enough room for, yeah, let's just turn it like that. Is that enough room to drop off oil and bitumen and all, right? So we would want, we can kind of put the tanks anywhere, and then we'll have to get gravel in here as well, which could sweep off and come in as well. So let's just see what we can come up with. So we want a fuel unloading, right? Now, which way would we want? We wouldn't want it any closer, just in case we wanted, yeah, probably right in the middle. Would our fuel tanks sit nicely off to the left there, maybe? This is subject to redesign. Right, and then, can we get you to, no, you're not gonna like doing it on that turn. You might, can you do it there? Nah, you don't. Just trying to make this nice and long in case we had two trains again. Sometimes I go do this two train thing, but then, yeah, so it's really not quite long enough. Right. I was hoping to almost bring them out over into here. Right, so that they could just kind of share that bit of track, so we don't have too many more connections on this main one coming in and out. So if we did that, I think I would tend to want to put my bitumen coming this way, right? Maybe we put the fuel, well, where would we have a road? Nah, I think we might put both of them like over here. Yeah, maybe I'm just sitting here thinking out loud, of course, but what if we had a train aggregate unloading? How big is this guy? Yeah, this guy's, that would mean that it would have to go all, like, yeah, we're not going to be able to fit. Like, we should have enough room, but we're not going to be able to fit. Yeah, you know what? I think I changed my mind, and would this guy, I think I would kind of barely fit in here, wouldn't he? Yeah, I don't think we'd ever, considering the aggregate is just right over there anyway. Let's get rid of this. And we'll get rid of some more, we'll get rid of these tracks. Yeah, might as well get rid of the whole thing. And why leave that spot there, right? So if we were to do this, it would be with the intention of having, yeah, I guess I'd really want it to be down here. But that's what we could do. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to keep the, where the trucks come in and out, you know, like on the other side of this guy. Yeah, now what I'm thinking of is maybe we put, yeah, would this guy go? Yeah, then he's going to conflict with the in of that guy, right? It would be better if he was out here. Well, let's see what happens if we try to put it out here. But it's a lot more level than I was picturing, but that's okay. All right, if we were to try to put this guy here, then we want one of these conveyors mechanisms, transfer engines, right? I'm gonna put it close. It's hard to see. Something like that, maybe. And then we would need to have the gravel, cement. Yeah, so what I would do is have like the construction wise, right? Do we want a cement silo? Probably, but let's look at the asphalt plant first, right? So this asphalt plant, yeah, that asphalt plant could work out. Let's leave enough room to get a road over to that thing. I think this is enough, right? Because we could then have a conveyor go from there to there, and then we could have, if we put our thing back up that I just deleted, you know, we could have a pipe that comes over here with bitumen, and then as far as the concrete plant goes, it would need to be like in this ballpark, right? You know, let's line it up with, yeah, that's really not, you know what, let's take it this way. Really, you're already conflicting with that? Here, let's level up some so that it's maybe not as conflicting. And then we're going to level this way and hope I can fit in a cement storage, even though the cement plant is just right over there. We might one day have the cement place someplace else, right? Yeah, so if we, I don't know if I'm going to get a, yeah, I'll get a road out there, because when we get rid of that dirt road, right, now the question is, will this, yeah, you know what, while we're here, let's be optimistic. Yeah, this is my worry now. Oh no, connected, good. Right, so there, gravel would connect. There you go, you are connected. And then let's just see, can we get all these connected? Or that connected, I should say. Yeah, I mean, that would probably work, wouldn't it? And then the bitumen, yeah, let's see, let's, yeah, I need to level, or at least somewhat level this. No, don't build one of those, build one of these. Yeah, how are you? Yeah, you know what, we want to level this up, and we're running out of time, so we should probably just maybe spend a few minutes. Yeah, I think I'm going to bring all of this kind of up, right? Because this guy, oh no, you know what, we don't need this road connection over here. What we need is, yeah, we're going to get rid of this. I think we're going to do this more in the next episode, but so that's all right. We got some things done and planned, and you guys might give you guys a chance to comment on it. But picture bitumen coming in from over here somehow, and then picture, yeah, picture this railroad track coming up this way somehow, right? Yeah, I think we might even go Go a little bit further. I know that doesn't look the best in some ways, but you know what, let's bring it back to like here. And this will be the tighter one, plus it'll be near that building, and then it'll wrap right around that building nicely, won't it? And it's only really, it doesn't need to be a double track. So we'll get rid of that. And this is a double track, but what we can do, I'm keeping going, aren't I? Yeah, let's get this guy to do like this number. Yeah, will you? No, but you might. I'd like to have enough room for a signal. Will you jump over? Yes, nice. So this, I just want to leave enough, like this guy can parallel this guy enough that like we could fit a train in here, right? So at least we wouldn't jam the whole thing up if somebody, and remember we could probably get 2 trains in, and then the other thing we want to do, I have to stop. You can see why I love the game, right? I just can't stop playing it. There you go. See, so we get signals in here. Well, we want to make sure that's long enough too. All right, well, you know what? We're going to stop, and I'm going to try to get it so that we make sure we can get a full-length train in here. But I think you're getting the idea, right? One last thing to give you the idea would be, you know, picture this guy coming in here. Oops, I kind of messed that up. There you go. Right, so somehow we get this guy in, and then this guy's feeding around into there. We got a nice long run in, so we can stage trains here. So we might even parallel this further, right? And then we'll have another track, maybe kind of like we already had it, looping around and dropping off the other stuff, just like we had it before. Figure out how to put a bitumen tank. Maybe we end up with the bitumen tanks here. Well, we'll see. You know, there's no reason the fuel and the bitumen need to stay right next to each other. And then we have to figure out how to get the roads in and out of here. So that's just too much to do in this episode. And let's see real quick, how are we doing? Hey, big question mark. Well, how are we doing? We're in the way. Can't you go? What was your task? How about you go back to the depot? Since you just want to be in the way. Because I think we're stopping the construction that we need to do. All right, so I'll probably babysit this for a while until I get this reconnected. And then I will come back for the next episode after that. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.